When I learned to snowboard, I did it on an indoor slope. But when I started surfing, many, many years ago, wave pools were not a thing. It's 2025 and they are so hot right now. Let's talk about wave pools. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. Wave pools weren't actually invented for surfers. Oh my God, this is new information. The earliest known wave pool dates back to 1929, when the Municipal Natatorium in Munich, Germany, built a mechanical system that created small ripples in an indoor swimming pool. These early surf baths were designed mostly for leisure. I would have loved that. Just not Germany in the 30s. The first significant wave pool for recreational surf riding came in 1969, when Big Surf Water Park opened in Tempe, Arizona. Big Surf's wave machine could produce 4-foot waves, enough to ride on a mat or a small board. Surfers tried it out, but the waves were inconsistent and mushy. In the 1980s and 90s, a few more parks experimented, like Typhoon Lagoon at Disney World and Sunway Lagoon in Malaysia. But the technology wasn't yet good enough for serious surfing. That changed in the early 2000s, when a new generation of engineers, and of course entrepreneurs, like Josema Odriozola and Karen Fresh of Wave Garden, and eventually, of course, Kelly Slater and his team, decided to reimagine what was possible. First, we had the shortboard revolution, then came the wave pool revolution. 3 big advances turned wave pools from novelties into surf training centers. First, better hydrodynamics. Engineers finally figured out how to precisely shape the pool bottom to control the wave's form. Second, more powerful machinery. Innovations in plunger systems, oh God, I love plungers, sleds and air pressure chambers made it possible to create longer, more consistent waves. Finally, they cracked software control. Computer modeling allowed fine-tuning of wave height, shape, and frequency. The Wave Garden Lagoon prototype in the Basque Country was the first glimpse of modern artificial waves. Smooth, shoulder-high peelers that you could ride for 20 seconds. Then, in 2015, Kelly Slater Wave Co. unveiled Surf Ranch in California, a 700-yard high-performance right-hander that broke the internet. You've seen it on Instagram for sure. Today, dozens of wave pool projects are in development globally, from Palm Springs to South Korea. They also work in different ways, either by using air chambers that blast water to create different wave shapes, or a submerged hydrofoil sled that runs down a track, that's Kelly's Ranch, and my favorite, I did mention this before, a giant plunger that rises and falls in the middle of a circular lake, radiating waves outward to different reefs and beaches. That's surf lakes. Why so popular? Why not? Wave pools promise something the ocean can't guarantee. Waves on demand. For us beginners, potentially, that means an easier, less intimidating learning curve. For advanced surfers, it's a place to practice maneuvers over and over and over again with no waiting, no crowds, any type of wave you want. For landlocked surfers, oh my God, waves! But is it real surfing? It's not the real ocean, innit? No need to paddle out. just start at your designated spot. You won't be slapped around by whitewater, no death-defying wipeouts, and no dolphins. I understand the principle behind it. I really do. But at how much you need to pay for a session, doesn't it risk turning surfing into an exclusive, commodified sport? It's like $100 to $500 per session. Not to mention their environmental impact. They use massive amounts of power to generate waves, and maintaining water quality requires energy and chemicals. Thankfully, some wave pools, like the Wave in Bristol, use renewable energy and produce more than they use up. I am sure I would feel differently about wave pools if I couldn't surf pretty much every day on the beach. So for now, I'll just consider it another board sport. And that's all for today. Check out the Wipeout Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Wipeout Weekly.